You might think the best property to own an Airbnb in New Jersey would be Jersey City, and if you did, you'd be dead wrong. Today, we're going to walk you through the top 5 best towns to own an Airbnb investment property in New Jersey, what it might cost to buy it there, and what you can expect for the return on that investment. Hi, I'm DJ Tenhove, and I've been a realtor since 2008. My team and I have helped thousands of people just like you buy your first investment property, upgrade to your dream home, or downsize inside or outside of New Jersey to be closer to family, with hundreds of repeat clients and 5-star reviews to prove it. All the way at the southern tip of New Jersey sits Cape May, which is number 1 on our list, and for a very good reason. Cape May is a really beautiful beachside town, and it's known for being quaint. It has beautiful Victorian architecture, great beaches, and wineries, with over 2 million people visiting it a year that either stay in a hotel or in one of the local houses that they rent out. And if you watched our last video on Airbnbs in New Jersey, you know one of the key factors in a great Airbnb destination is a town with a strong short-term rental history and favorable laws. Cape May is a hotspot for short-term rentals and has been for nearly a century. Across all the different neighborhoods of Cape May, you have about 400 homes available on Airbnb right now, which sounds like a ton of competition, but there's tremendous demand here, especially during the summer. Because Cape May is so close to Delaware, Philadelphia, South Jersey towns like Cherry Hill, and it pulls in people from North Jersey and New York City, it's a great Airbnb spot because the diversity and the demand is so large. The average cost of a property in Cape May is now over $1.5 million, but you can find less expensive options if you go to nearby Lower Township, or if you buy a condo in Wildwood Crest, which is also a good option for an Airbnb. But for $1.5 million, you'll get a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath ranch built in the 70s, and that'll pull about $700 to $900 a night during the summer, or more if you're even closer to the beach. Most of these homes rent out by the week, not by the night, during the summer, with the prime time being the 11 weeks from the end of June to Memorial Day weekend. But because of the local wineries and sightseeing spots, it's not uncommon to see places here rent out for long weekends during the spring and fall, especially on holiday weekends. Number 2 on our list is Asbury Park. And if you like food and music and you haven't been to Asbury Park, you've got to come check it out. It's by far the most vibrant city at the Jersey Shore, but not just during the summer. With the Stone Pony and other music venues booking amazing bands year-round, we get visitors to Asbury Park year-round. Although I will tell you the summer stage at the Stone Pony is definitely more fun. And because it's so close to New York City, Asbury gets a lot of weekend visitors, not just in the summer, but year-round too. Asbury Park has some really cool old Victorian architecture, which has become really popular for New Yorkers to come and renovate those houses and turn them into their weekend homes or Airbnbs. But there's also a cool mix of condos here too. The average home in Asbury Park comes in around $500,000, but that's because it factors in the larger surrounding area, which is not where the rental properties are. Realistically, you can buy a condo for around $600,000 to $700,000, but if you want a single-family house near the beach, you're looking at about $1.4 million. That 2-bedroom condo you find a couple blocks off the beach that you turn into an Airbnb can fetch you about $450 a night. But single-family homes with 6 to 8 bedrooms can go for as much as $1,000 a night. But think about that. Your guests can come with multiple groups or family members and all rent in the same place. Number 3 on our list is Hoboken, which sits just on the Jersey side of the Hudson River, directly across from Manhattan. With the same proximity and ease of access to get to New York City as Hoboken, you might be surprised that I'm not adding Jersey City or Weehawken to our list of top Airbnb spots. But that's because Weehawken banned Airbnbs, and Jersey City made it so difficult with their legislation that most landlords just don't bother. We covered this in our top 5 towns that banned Airbnb video, which you can check out up here. Hoboken does allow Airbnb, but you won't find a ton of options if you go to Airbnb's site to look it up. And that's because a lot of the condo buildings have HOA rules specifically prohibiting it. So if you want to invest here, know that for now you can. But you've got to make sure you do your research so that you don't back yourself into a corner. If you want a list of which residential buildings do and don't allow for Airbnb right now, hit us up in the comments down below or contact us directly and we'll hook you up. Assuming you do lock down a 3-bedroom condo in a building, you can expect about $450 to $500 a night through Airbnb. To buy that unit will cost you between $1.5 and $2 million. For a unit with a water view, you're pushing closer to $3 million. But as the numbers get higher, your return on that investment goes down because certain renters aren't willing to pay for amenities like water views when they're not going to be spending a tremendous amount of time in that unit when they're going to New York City. Sometimes those water view premiums are worth it, sometimes they're not. The best part about buying an investment property in Hoboken is that it's not seasonal. An Airbnb property here will be popular throughout the year, not just in the summer. Number 4 on our list is Atlantic City. On our way down the Garden State Parkway before we reach Cape May is the resort city of Atlantic City, known for its casinos, huge beaches, and definitely you got to check out the boardwalk. AC might not seem like a natural choice for an Airbnb property because there's tons of resorts, and the casinos are where people want to spend most of their time, right? True, but because the hotels get expensive and they book out every single summer weekend and most holiday weekends throughout the year, Airbnbs are filling that gap. And since those guests are already driving to get to Atlantic City, they've already got a car to get around. And considering how expensive New Jersey real estate is, Atlantic City might be your best entry point if you don't have $1 million to spend. You can get a 3-bedroom, 2.5-bath townhome on the north end of town for about $250,000, and that same place will rent out for about $250 a night. That's a pretty solid return. And like Hoboken, Atlantic City is a really popular destination all year long, with an added seasonal bump during the summer for sure. Number 5 on our list is Beach Haven. Check out our next video on the 10 mistakes beach house buyers make, where I'll walk you through the ins and outs of buying a house in Beach Haven on Long Beach Island, where I actually own a property, and I'll show you why it's so important to understand which part of the island to buy at to make sure you maximize your rental return, but also avoid potential flooding. In this video, we covered the top 5 towns in New Jersey to own an Airbnb and shared with you some tips on how to run a successful short-term rental business in the state. If you're interested in getting started in investing here in New Jersey with or without Airbnb, click the link below and set up a call with me and my team. We'll set up a simple step-by-step program and we'll get you going.